Okay, doing Tour to Zwift today. I'm not sure how many people are in this one. I think it's a lighter crowd doing a catch up. You might notice from my screen, I've got very little information going on, because the goal for today is to ride without the head-up display and try and ride almost exclusively in zone 2. I don't know what power I'm doing. I don't know what my heart rate is. I don't know what position I'm in, and I'm going to try and work that out. So I'm going to try and stay in zone 2. So for me, that's heart rate of 140 beats per minute. But I'm going to allow myself about 5% of the race, or 5% of the ride, where I can exceed that. So 5%, it's about an hour, that's about 3 minutes. So if I can get an average heart rate of below 140 BPM, with maybe 3 minutes exceeding that, that's the result we're looking for. So a completely immersive experience. So riding with no power numbers, no mini-map, no course profile. Just steering, virtual shifting, and of course, camera 3 for that important first-person perspective. And we'll look back at the end and see how I got on. And for any interesting bits that go off during this ride. But so far, it's downhill start, so far so good. I'm talking, so clearly talking in sentences, clearly in zone 2, maybe even in zone 1 here. So we'll have to look back at that. Possibly some zone 4 power there. There are going to be various points in this ride. I mean, it's a fairly flat one. But coming out of the beach, the ramp just there, off the bridge, well, I'm going to need those 3 minutes if I'm to stay with the front group. But that's okay. Here we've got ZRL tomorrow. So we're using this as a bit of a primer after the weekend for ZRL. And I do have the companion app open. It's on the messaging screen rather than the map. But I figure I will have to trigger a power up here or there. Look at that, taking some of the beautiful Mayan scenery, waterfall there. You don't often see this. Too focused on head-up display or if those of you that use Source, obviously looking at all those metrics as well. And then we're going back to old school. I think most people have heart rate monitors now when they ride outdoors, and apps. Yeah, a few people might have power meters and maps and gradients with Strava, but you go back maybe 25 years ago when I was routing cross-country mountain bikes, then it was just literally me on the bike.
Just going to slow it down here at roughly the halfway mark. There was a bit of bleed in at this roundabout, and trying to get put the head-up display on for you, and then you can have a guess. There we go. There's the head-up display. There's a bit of red on there, so you can have a guess. How am I going to get on? Am I going to achieve my goals?
That's a shame. Just invested there. Heart rate. Still pushing. I don't think we're in zone 2 anymore. Okay, let's make this last few kilometres. Well, I think it's last few, I can't see. I don't know where it finishes. Let's make it a bit exciting for the viewers. Bring on who is watching or wanting to watch. Let's put the head-up display back on. You can have a guess. There's my BPM at the moment, 134. Looks like 1.5 kilometers left. Oh, little draft band, that's nice. Average 210 watts. That should be zone 2, so oh, 89 people in this race, so yeah, not a big Tour de Zwift crowd. You can't catch that guy at the front. No, couldn't catch him. Who used copy? Didn't see. You don't see anything. You don't see any use of power ups. Let's have a look at heart rate distribution. It looks okay. We'll have a look at intervals.
Okay, so we're now into intervals. This is the heart rate and power chart that I'm just sharing here. So the power is the purple line, and you can see I've already marked up the places where I've had to put power down. And this green here is the sort of averaged heart rate zone. And anywhere that you see this yellow, this is where I've gone over 141, 142 beats per minute, which is my zone 2. And you can see there's a little bit here coming out of the bridge, a bit more out of this bump, a section there where I had to chase after a bit of tailgating too much, a couple of sections around the beach in these rollers, and here we have this 3-minute section where one of the riders pushed and I chased. So, oh, and including as well, here's a 64-second, here's the final 1-minute attack at the end, which we can ignore for now. Yeah, that wasn't really part of the goal. So if we look at this looks fairly good. Let's see how many minutes I accumulated above 141 beats per minute. And oh dear, 10 minutes. The target was 3. I've got 60 seconds or 64 seconds at zone 4 and above. But there we go, 10 minutes at zone 3. So that is, unfortunately, I've failed. I think, yeah, if I did this again, I think, yeah, maybe 5%, maybe 3 minutes in a Tour de Zwift ride was a bit ambitious. Maybe 6 minutes is doable if you want to stay with the front. But, yeah, as a fun Zone 2 game, to keep the interest up and to see some different perspectives in Zwift. You see a lot more without the head-up display. See a lot more of the scenery. I had a load of fun. I think I could do it again. I think I could keep that down to less than 5 minutes. Apart from that 3 minute push, that really sort of didn't help things. If you have any good Zone 2 games or Zone 2 activities you do, leave them in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this. Wasn't sure how this will come across, but I had fun, and hopefully you did too. So thanks for watching.